Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, April 22nd. We're continuing our study with the Beatitudes of Jesus' sermon in Matthew chapter 5, his first and greatest sermon in his earthly ministry. We're in Matthew 5:5 this morning, and Jesus says, "Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth." Well, what does meek mean? Meek is a mild or soft, like soothing medicine or a soft breeze. And when I studied this, I thought about aloe. Whenever we get sunburned, we put aloe on our arms and it brings a comfort and it brings a soothing feeling, or neosporin on a cut. Also thought about a soft breeze that comes in the summer on a really hot day and it brings that calming and soothing to our hot bodies, or even when the black flies are here and that breeze comes and pushes them all away. When Jesus was speaking to his audience, most Jewish people were waiting for the Messiah to come. They are looking for a strong leader. They are looking for that domineering leader. They thought that the kingdom would come by the Messiah, who would be that strong leader that would help them to rise up against the Roman oppression. And they were looking for that strong military leader. And Jesus turns the corner on them, and he flips the scales and he says, "Hey, you need to be meek. Blessed are the meek." And that would have caused them to pause. When I think about the characteristics, I always think of someone that portrays this. And as I was studying, the person I thought that was meek was the Tony Dungy. He is the former NFL head coach of the Indianapolis Colts, and we watch him on Sunday Night Football on NBC. And so he is a very meek man. He is a very soft man, but he is a very strong leader. He doesn't get loud. He doesn't yell. If you ever watch the tapes of him coaching, he was very meek and he was very soft and very tender. See, what happens here is when you're a meek person, you have a teachable spirit. You have the ability to experience your emotions, but your emotions don't control you. You control your emotions. You are always in control. You know what you have, you know the knowledge that you have, but you also know that you don't have all the answers. And you understand that is because you are very humble and understanding your position underneath the Lord's leadership. And so you know, as a meek person, that you are not in control, that ultimately God is in control, and you are able to submit yourself to his leadership. And that allows you to be mild and soft, knowing that it's not your job to lead, it's ultimately God's job to lead. It's our job to be disciples and follow. Another way of thinking this is to be gentle, and a person that is gentle is able to show displeasure, but they do not act wrongly. And we all know that we have fallen short in that area of where we have allowed our emotions to dictate our response when we should have had our response allowed to dictate our emotions. A meek person is able to give a soft answer and be able to bring a rebuke, but bring it softly. And then finally, a different way of thinking who a meek person is, or the meek characteristics, is the opposite. The opposite of a meek person is a person that is full of pride or arrogance. And how we can become meek is we understand who God is and what he has done for us. When we start to understand the characteristics of God and the person that he is, it brings us into meekness, or the opposite of arrogance, because we understand who he is and what he has done, and then we're able to evaluate what we have done in our lives, and it brings us humility because we can come to that place that we understand that we have offended a holy God, but he is able to love us even when there has been offense because of the sacrifice of Christ. And when we look at it that way, we are able to become meek or tender, gentle, humble, and teachable because we know that God is in control. I hope you have a great Wednesday. We have some things to work on. I have some things to work on, especially today with the study of what's it mean to be meek. Mild, soft, soothing like medicine. I hope in your interactions today, others will think that that was soothing medicine or a soft breeze. If I can help you further your relationship with Christ, please let me know. Have a great Wednesday, and I'll see you tomorrow.